Doesn't Disney and all the other networks who do the same thing as Disney get corporate tax breaks for their employees living in hotels and their living expenses when they pick up the tab for them, and especially when they send them places? And so it's the same premise as corporate moves. So corporations, when they have a supervisor or someone that they actually think is someone of importance, the corporations will pick up the tab for the supervisor, for the higher people that they feel have knowledge of which can contribute to the corporation. And so, but on the other hand, down in Florida, it's come out through YouTube that Disney is just paying for the majority of their people who are on a payroll for them to live in apartments. And so the corporation in and of itself can get a tax break because of that. Because I know when I was individual on YouTube, I would have been able to get tax breaks for the same thing. I mean, I got tax breaks for house payments. For an office space in the house, I got tax breaks for utilities such as water, heating, anything. I got tax breaks for gas. But then the 2017 tax cuts took that away for small independent business. So we no longer got that. So it was just favored towards the corporations. And so the corporations in and of themselves then, they can actually do the same thing with the HB2 workers, who I believe the HB2 are entertainment, which, I think someone from entertainment is funding, a lot of the H2B workers crossing the border for the purposes of having real footage, and when I say that real, like film reel footage that they can use for decades, for whatever purposes. So you can get the same people crossing the border at different times, and even 10 and 20 years later, or something that's really old from 30 years ago, and it still can look relevant of today. The only thing that may not be relevant would be COVID. The COVID time frame of footage of people crossing the border with masks on their face. Now, unless we have another pandemic, that footage is going to probably become rare footage, because they're otherwise, but it places people at 2021 at the time frame of the pandemic and the virus that was taking place and the government shutdowns are all around the world.